Holy cow, where do we begin? Where do we begin on this day? It has been a challenge already just to sift through everything is going on and bring it in presentable form to you. But this is in other news. I'm your host, Mike Russell. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It is a weird day. It's a really bad day if you are wearing a pager and you're a bad guy. It's a really bad day if you go by Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, or Diddy. It is a bad day if you are an American that has ever backed people like Hillary Clinton. It is a bad day for you if you have, not done your homework and you believe people like Billie Eilish. And it's a bad day if you are a parent thinking, I'm at my wit's end. I have to do something drastic. That is what we've got going on the show today. So thank you for playing along. And it's interesting. What's up, Rhonda? How are ya? It's good to see you. And let's jump into this. I want to start with Chris Cuomo. Out of all that, Hezbollah, P. Diddy, I want to start with this slappy. This slappy is making so many headlines right now. So many headlines. And it's funny how fake these people are. Chris Cuomo is getting all of the credit for apologizing to Donald Trump as if he's some hero to we the people against the mass media. He's not. You see, if you think about Chris Cuomo, go back to the Chris Cuomo days. Do not forget who Chris Cuomo is. Chris Cuomo is a shill for his brother who covered up some shady McShady stuff. Do you remember when they highlighted him getting COVID? He got COVID, and remember, he was down in his basement, and he was going to his beautiful basement of his multi-million-dollar home. He was down in the basement, and he was quarantined, right? And then several people videoing him and his wife out touring their Martha's Vineyard, or I forget what what uppity neighborhood they were in, their lot in their house being built while he was locked down. And then the CNN cameras get him when he's coming out of the basement. This is who this bozo is. He comes out of the basement, he's doing this, like I'm finally seeing light for the first time. Oh, it's so great to be COVID free. He's a fraud. Like his brother, he's a fraud. And this slappy did not apologize to Donald Trump. This is absolutely absurd that this is making the rounds, making headlines, that Chris Cuomo is some saint. He's had this wonderful turnaround. He might have. Internally, I always think those bozos knew. Remember, he had his whole thing on, I'm suffering from long COVID. Okay, I know long COVID is a thing. I have a lingering symptom that has never gone away from when I had COVID once. Because I have the schmectum. But this is the weirdest thing. I'm not kidding. I'll just randomly, it'll smell like somebody smoking a cigarette right next to me. My olfactory senses have got kind of jacked up when I got the Rona. Anyway. So this guy, I had to call President Trump and apologize. If I was President Trump, I'd have hung up on him. You're fired. You're already fired. You suck that bad. Yeah, that's what I would have done. But here is Chris Cuomo, hat in hand.
I have many more full-throated critics of what he says and does than me, okay? And yet I called him today.
Oh, look at
because I am ashamed.
I'm ashamed
of how we are responding and not responding to the threats on him.
Oh, wait a second. Wait. What are you what are you apologizing for?
And I feel for his family. And I know you can roll your eyes and say, oh yeah, he asked for it. Listen, that's your choice, and I think it's a wrong choice.
What, you can roll your eyes and say he asked for this guy? This is the worst apology ever. If my kids offered this kind of an apology to me, you know exactly, hey, y'all know me. You know exactly what I do. And they knew what's coming too. They'd go like this. Got one right in the back of the head. Don't apologize. Then don't act. Don't waste my time with your apology if you're not going to apologize. I called him. And I apologized for the way me and the media are reacting to your assassination attempt. Bozo.
Okay? We got to get out of the judgment business unless it's judging ourselves. And you got to start rewarding things that are better. And I got to tell you, I don't know how he stays in the race. I don't know how he got up after being shot in the head. And you people who try to mitigate that, you need to check yourself.
Before you wreck yourself.
He gets up, pumping his fist, stays in the race, barely even talks about it. Now, look, I do believe he has wasted opportunities, and he has another one now.
How?
Who better than Trump to say, we can do better?
Here we go.
I can do better. I know he keeps doubling down on his angry rhetoric. How can he not? It keeps working for him. I don't know that it gets him elected. My theory is...
Give me your theory, Chris.
That he needs to expand. He had a chance to do it after he was the target of an assassination.
Okay, there's two things here. And I'm going to come back to that because I think that's super important what he just said, his theory, and what he thinks he needs to do. Two things I would love to say about this. One is Chris Cuomo did not apologize. He's doing this for headlines. He's smart. He's a propagandist. He's a self-promoter. He's a narcissist. He's a slappy. What up, Val? It's good to have you here. What's up? Great to have you here. I'll be on with Val tomorrow at 11 o'clock, so go check that out. And I'll get you the info. I think Greg sent it to me. I'll get you the info here before the end of the show. Anyway, the dude's a narcissist. He loves him. He's doing this intentionally. Do not apologize. Legacy media, mass media, left stream media. Do not apologize for the way you have reacted, or at least only for the way you have reacted to President Trump's not one but two assassination attempts. Don't. And by the way, it's not going to be the last. Magically, MSNBC had cameras on the president playing that round of golf. Definitely not going to be the last. Don't apologize. You all caused this. This is because of you. And I'm giving the deep state a break here and just thinking, okay, deep state aside, intelligence community aside, Democrat, Clinton machine, all that stuff aside. If this is just none of that, and it is just people losing their minds and wanting to kill Donald Trump, this is your fault. 100% Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo, you have called him Hitler. You have called him a threat to democracy. You have poisoned the brains of millions of people. You have poisoned their wealth. There's no coming back to this. They now suffer because of you, you super spreader of Trump derangement syndrome. That's you. You are you, Don Lemon, and all those other CNN and MSNBC slappies are the cause, these super spreader events for Trump derangement syndrome. And Trump derangement syndrome has now become deadly. It has now become a lethal disease. It's because of you. Don't get on here and say, I would like to apologize for the way my fellow media apparatus have responded to your assassination attempts. Don't. You loser. There's absolutely no apology there. You made this. And to say at the same moment, oh, this is because, his rhetoric, his inflammatory rhetoric. His inflammatory rhetoric has not painted a target on himself. You have done that to Donald Trump. Apologize. It's not an apology. Again, if my kids came with this kind of apology, right to the back of the head. Or I'd pay an actor to have him kidnapped. You're going to see that later in the show, by the way. There are parents that did that. I wouldn't do that. Maybe. But I most likely wouldn't do that. Yes, circling way, way back. Then, Chris Cuomo. If I were a Trump, if I were a Trump advisor, this is what I would do. This is for Chris Cuomo. Let's go, buddy. Here you go.
To say, we can do better.
Yeah.
I can do better. I know he keeps doubling down on his angry rhetoric. How can he not? It keeps working for him. I don't know that it gets him elected. My theory is that he needs to expand. He had a chance to do it after he was the target of an assassination at the RNC. He had a chance to say, I know what got me here. It's not going to get me where I want us to be. He did not take that chance. He now has another chance. Oh, you're supporting Trump. I'm supporting us.
No, you're supporting you slappy. Do not say you're supporting him. You aren't supporting him because you're encouraging Donald Trump to be not Donald Trump. Donald Trump today is the same he was decades ago. Donald Trump has not changed. It's you and your media idiots that think changing the way, like acting, is the way to get ahead. Like Kamala. Kamala's a chameleon. Chameleon. Oh, I like that. Dance with that one. Kamala chameleon. Oh, yeah. Come and go. Oh, now I got that song in my head. Let's go. I gotta find that. Loving would be easy if the colors were like my dream. Nope. Gonna stop. Promise. We'll feed the sing jar later. Kamala Harris is failing miserably because she's doing exactly what Chris Cuomo is telling Donald Trump to do, because that's all they know what to do. Go with the wins of popularity, with whatever the polls say you should go do. No. Literally, the man has not changed since we saw him as a guest on Oprah. Since we saw the women of The View, the something of The View, interviewing him and smooching his cufflinks, asking him, begging him to run for president. He has not changed an ounce. But it is so hard for the media apparatus, including slappies like Chris Cuomo, who are just, begging for cable news table scraps. It's impossible for them to give any kind of advice except be fake. Be fake. That's it. That really going to save your campaign is if you just be fake. Ugh. When was the last time you wore a pager? Hot minute, but I had it, man. Pager was it. Pager was the early text for all you post Gen Xers. It is it's a device you carry on your hip, and it would bzz, bzz, or go beep beep. That's what they call them, beepers. Remember JJ? I'm JJ. I'm the king of beepers. Remember that guy? Oh, geez. That dude had a place on Camelback Mountain out here in Phoenix, man. That boy's killing it here in Vegas. Anyway, Hezbollah, the terrorist organization that they are, they like communicating with pagers. Yeah, smart. Pagers, okay. Apparently, pagers are tough to hack unless you are whatever group is going to take credit for this. And I swear to y'all, if it's the CIA, it will restore my faith in that organization. I'm not kidding. I will say, okay, I admonish. I mean, what? Try that again. Huh? Mm-hmm. Not even going to attempt it again. I forgive you for all past sins. If you did this today, the thousands of Hezbollah slappy terrorist pieces of scum all had their pagers explode simultaneously. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. There is, okay, I am desensitized completely. After being in the media as long as I've been in the media, I'm completely desensitized to seeing people shot and people killed and in carnage and explosions. I'm completely desensitized to it. It doesn't make me a bad person. It's how our brains are wired. And I've seen so much of it. Okay. I have never giggled so much watching people bleed out the side of their body than I have today, watching these terrorist a-holes get thumped randomly. And then how about this too? I even got my phone ringing. This is intern Beans. Should I answer it? Let me see. Let's answer it here. Hi, intern Beans. Hi, you're live on streaming here. Yeah, it's okay. Tell everyone hi. Hi. Thanks, intern Beans. Is everything okay, dear? Okay, intern Beans. Okay, got it. 10-4. Okay. Okay, yeah, her boss and dad. Your boss loves you very much. Okay, intern Beans. Okay. Okay, bye. Intern Beans was walking to class and had no one to talk to and forgot it's time for daddy to be on air. Oh, my girl. Anyway, but I have never giggled so much watching people just get bloody. Yep, good for all of you. Teaches you, shows you right, doesn't it? And the cool part about it is it wasn't like a mass casualty event as it stands now. It wasn't a mass casualty event. It is an awakening. It was an awakening. It was like going to war with 22 caliber bullets. Like, we'll let you know we're here and we'll let you know we'll win. Most of you are going to survive, but y'all going to bleed a little bit and know we're here. If the CIA comes out and said, yep, that was us, woo, that would change my entire line of thinking. I'd be so damn proud of them. I'm so tired of this. Oh, we're going to have negotiations and we're going to sit and talk over something and maybe have some hostage negotiations. No. Fight fire with fire. Fight terror with terror. Down. That's my stance. Yeah. Thank you, Brendan. Yeah, thank you. Yes, we're all basically here for the same reason. Intern Peace. You just got nothing better to do. Fantastic. Yes. And Greg did put that on there. Secret Service shooting first, ask questions later. Yes, darn right. Let's get back to it so I can read it live on air here, buddy. Yes, we'll be hanging out with Val in the group, and we're doing this. So you're gonna check it out. What did you put this stuff up there? All right, Greg, if you're still around, put the links where they can hit us up tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Good deal. And Lynn, we're doing Go Show at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Just some logistical stuff. It's how we do it live. This fighting terror with, I don't know, giving billions of dollars to Iran so they pinky promise that they're not going to hurt American soldiers, that they're not going to attack us, that they're not going to commit terror. Doesn't work, Biden. Doesn't work, Obama. You know what does work? Turning Soleimani into a vapor cloud with a drone. Poof. Gone. No one else got hurt. Poof. Gone. You're gone. You're dead. Soleimani begged to cry like a dog. I love it. That's how you fight. You fight terror by terrorizing. Donald Trump, the head of Al Qaeda, he showed him a picture of his house. So just so you know, I got it. I know where you live, champ. I know where you're at right now. We always do. You hurt one hair on one head of anyone in uniform, us or our allies, I'll Soleimani your ass. You terrorize the terror. That's how you do it. Do you think Hezbollah's like just regrouping? Okay, guys. All right. Woo. They got us today. Let me, they got one past the goalie, didn't they? Let's, no, they are terror. They are hiding in terror right now. That's how this works. That's how the real world works. And if you think Kamala Harris is going to pull anything off like that, no, not at all. I don't even know what team she's on. I know what team Trump's on. You see, it's hard for me to hold a lot of respect in these conversations. People like, I'm just voting for Kamala because she's not Donald Trump. Well, then you don't want our country to have a rudder. Our country right now is running rudderless. Look at Oatmeal Brain. It's currently residing at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. He's not running the joint. Our allies, our adversaries, have no idea what's going on. Which is funny. It might actually be protecting us. If our adversaries really don't know what's going on in the White House, that was the protection that America was afforded under George W. Bush and the protection afforded under Donald John Trump. I don't really know what he's going to do. I don't really know what they got going on over there. I don't really know who's running the joint, right? That's what unless I just want to see Condoleezza Rice be like, okay, listen, here's what it's going to do. what we're going to do. We're going to kick Biden out of here. Kamala, you go run for president. I'm going to run the joint and take care of at least our allies and our adversaries until January. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Get Condi in there. For the love of God, we need Condoleezza Rice. It's a very scary time, not only for our nation electorally, because it's a concerning time. It is. Because a lot of America, a lot of we the people actually believe what the alphabets tell them in the polling. That polling is not even close to true. It's you break it down into segments and it's not even close. Donald Trump is scorching Kamala Harris. You take an overall, MSNBC poll. Well, of course, MSNBC has the information of people that watch MSNBC. They're not voting for Trump. This is probably one of the most frightening things that I have seen in a hot minute. And I want you to hear Hillary Clinton's words today. I want you to hear these words. And then I'm going to show you what she's saying in practice. Because you see Australia, you see EU going after people for their social media posts and arresting them. Steve. Yes, idiocracy has definitely come to fruition. It is absolutely absurd. But listen to this. This is scarier than it.
Mueller indicted a lot of Russians who were engaged in direct election interference. And
they bought $50,000 in Facebook ads. Direct interference, says Hillary. Sour grapes, Clinton.
Boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence. Because
you think, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. People that support Donald Trump and promote his stuff and all of this, and you think, oh, my goodness sakes. Wow. You can you civilly punish them, criminally punish them? Really? Huh. Raymond, you darn right that's projection. It's foreshadowing in the biz, right? But you think that would never happen here? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Really? I went to this guy's X handle. It went to his X page, and it was, this guy throws it out there. This guy's not wrong in a lot of cases, but he throws it out there. He got a little visit from the feds.
Hey, how can I help you?
Oh, just happened to be in the neighborhood. You're happy, friendly neighborhood federal agents. Just happen to be strolling around here. Yeah. Now, mind that they parked their car right in front of this guy's house, and they're over there strolling around the neighborhood, by the way, just casually, just happen to be in the area. Hey there.
Yeah.
Hey, neighbor. Hi-yo.
Who are you?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI. Tina, watch how terrifying this gets, Tina. You're going to see this. Watch this. This is Agent O'Donnell with the FBI. That's all this guy will say. Watch.
Can you give your full name, please?
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI.
I'm Agent O'Donnell with the FBI. Told you, you plebe. I told you, you citizen, you. I told you, you less than me. Here's my name.
Is that sufficient to identify as the only one O'Donnell affiliated with the FBI?
Good question.
Could you please state your full name, sir?
Could you please stop recording?
No.
It's First Amendment right.
Yep.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Could you stop recording, please?
Absolutely not.
No.
You can show me your name and identification, or I'm going to go back inside my house.
Okay.
I don't really want to broadcast my.
Oh, this is going out right after you guys
I
walk
know,
away.
so that's
Yeah,
why-
damn right.
So you can show me your name or ID, you can walk away.
We just want to talk about something.
I'm not going to talk.
Hey, citizen person. We just want to talk to you. Hey, guilty guy. We just want to, Joe Citizen, we just want to talk to you. Look at this guy. His arms folded. Again, y'all know I study body language. This guy is closed off. He's nervous. He's ticked off. Look how you don't stand and talk to people with your arms folded like this. Slappy over here on the right with his Ray-Bans on top of his head. He's more confused than anything because he knows he's cooked. His shoulders are down. He's covering parts where he's vulnerable at this point. That's what his body language is saying.
Talk to people who claim to be federal agents unless they can show me identification.
Yep.
Okay, well, you see our badges.
I need to see. Is your full name on that badge?
I really wish I was this guy because my line there would be, I can get those on Amazon delivered here by 5 p.m. Actually, yeah.
No,
I'd like to see something with your full name, or I'm not going to talk to
I
you.
prefer you not to broadcast it.
This will be going online as soon as you walk away.
Well, all I want to do is talk to you about a post that was made, and if you
Well-
happen to be the one.
Did you hear that? All we want to do, the federal Bureau of Investigation shows up to his house. All I want to do is talk to you about you practicing your First Amendment right. That's it. We want to talk to you about that. No, you don't. Unless you got handcuffs in there and you have a warrant for my arrest. Get to step it, as my people say. Here we go.
I want to talk to you about you guys coming here.
Yeah, good, man.
Say you make a salary of, I don't know what, low
Okay, he
100K?
goes
You
into
guys make
taxpayer dollar crap.
that does this kind of thing when you know laws aren't being broken.
That's right.
And that's an embarrassment, man.
It is an embarrassment.
Didn't you guys read the Constitution? Do you not believe in America?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do your
Thank you
jobs
for
and
your
go
time.
home?
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you. We're going to leave now. Look, that guy is not taking his hands out of his armpits. That guy is just, that guy knows that they're just completely wasting their time, and they are part of a regime that is insanely wrong.
You're walking away. Because nothing we did is against the law, and you guys are fuckheads that try to act like
okay,
bullies.
all right.
And I hope you go home and are embarrassed. You can't even say your name on camera because you know that what you're doing is embarrassing. You know America.
This guy is flexing on the agents. I absolutely adore this human.
Americans that believe in the Constitution think
Yep.
you're laughable.
I-
You go home and you think about what you did today.
Yes.
Go home and think about it, you cowards.
Cowards.
Drive
Bye.
away.
Drive. Later, Tater.
Drive away.
Later. Bye.
You're not welcome.
Nope.
You should be embarrassed.
Yeah, get up in there, biscuits. That's
Embarrassing.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You guys
bye.
are embarrassing.
Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, that just says government on it. You don't worry. Yeah, see you later. Let's get you guys one away. You want to wave? Blow a kiss? I hear it. You look, you hear it. Oh, these guys are just doing their jobs. These guys are just doing what they're told to do. You know, there's a hell of a lot better way to do that. As a matter of fact, you know what? I know I'm here. I was sent here by the by our local field office. Look, I understand your feelings on this. I get your point of the First Amendment. I understand. We do have questions we need to ask you. Go ahead and film. It's fine. Here's my name. My name is Officer Mike Russell. I am with the Federal Bureau of Investigations. This is my slappy partner over here, Rob Hunter, and he is here to ask you a few questions. Go ahead and put your arms down. Yeah, you're looking a little weird with your arms folded like that. Okay, and hey, man, go ahead and record. But would you mind if we ask you a couple questions? That would be fantastic for us, so we can get the answers and we can take them back to the office. And you can go ahead and post this. That's fine. I ain't no shame in my game. Can you bleeping imagine if that's where the way it was? That we could actually have law enforcement, like they are, talk to us like grown-ups. Talk to us like, oh, I don't know, citizens that are, let's see, what's the term? Innocent until proven guilty. Talk to us like we're one of them, like they're one of us. Dude, don't you go home and, have a nice meal with the fam and, hang out and maybe barbecue on a weekend, something like that? Aren't you just like me? Don't you enjoy the same protections under the United States Constitution that I do? Don't I enjoy the same as yours? This is what happens. Isn't it? And Ron, that's a good question. And against enemies, foreign and domestic. It's funny because, what is her name? That just absolute bag of hammers. Oh, Crockett, Representative Crockett. She was on MSNBC talking about Trump supporters are enemies of. She didn't even know the term foreign and domestic. She basically said we're just domestic enemies, right, Jim? 1939 Germany, same thing. Show me your papers. Yeah, that's it. But I'm gonna keep the Hillz. I'm gonna keep the Hillz skit around because there's something to be said here. There's something to be talked about here. And don't worry, George Carlin will appear here shortly too. So it's going to be a good day. I promise. I promise you. Any day we can play George Carlin. It's just a darn good day. I don't care, really in any way, what a celebrity tells me who I need to vote for, because I remember a day. I remember a day where Sean P. Diddy Combs, Diddy, Puff Daddy, was on MTV wearing a Rock the Vote shirt. P. Diddy's in jail right now. Diddy was finally arrested. I remember Rob and I talking on a previous show about this actual thing when they raided the Diddy home. And Rob had his opinion. We used to call Rob Hip Hop Rob, by the way. Rob is a hip hop connoisseur. And he said nothing's going to happen to this. So I'm going to call him after the show. We talked for an hour yesterday. I'm going to call. I will call him after the show, and I will go, ha, ha, ha. I was right. Something would happen. And it was fun to see that Diddy got arrested today, and that I could say to Rob, I told you something of this is going to happen. This is very high profile, and Diddy needs to be arrested. Everybody knows the truth. Everybody knows what's going on. The truth needs to get shooked out. Here's the thing. Before we're busting this indictment, here's the thing. I want you to know real quickly how powerful you and I are. Really how powerful we are. Forget about the MSNBC, CNN, all the alphabets, Fox News. Forget about them. Newsmax, forget about them. Forget about them. They're not as powerful as you and I. And I'm going to tell you why I learned that today. This is, I kid you not. You know when you put a word in, I always do because I misspell damn near everything. I mean, autocorrect has dumbed me down to no end. I was typing into my show notes. These are the words. I'm going to read them directly to you from my show notes. Diddy gonna get Epsteined. Okay? I put that in there. Diddy gonna get Epstein? She is. We will. I highly doubt we will ever see Sean Puff Daddy Combs again. Ever again. He's gonna get Epstein. Here's why I say we're powerful. Epstein is now a accepted verb in the program that I was typing in. Usually you type it in, you get a little red squiggly under it or red lines under it, red dots under it, whatever program you're using. This is a misspelled word. This is a word we don't recognize. Epsteined is now acceptable. I typed it in, no autocorrect, no misspelling, Epsteined. That's how powerful we are. You're not hearing Epsteined on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, and the alphabets. You will not hear that. Epstein came from us. Local talk news, streamers, that's where it came from. And in Lynn put, I saw a picture of him and Trump on X. There's pictures of him, Trump and Epstein on X. That doesn't mean anything. You know, the powerful run in these circles. That's it. The powerful run in the same circles. And I mean, there's pictures of me with politicians that are now disgraced. Doesn't mean I'm that person or I hung with that person or we, hung on a barbecues together. Because trust me, if I know anything about Donald Trump, who's a complete germaphobe, Donald Trump was not at any of these parties. I can guarantee that one. Holy mackerel. In the raid, I'll just put it this way. In one house, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. He had freak parties. This is what he called it. It was something freak parties. Like, how crazy can you be? How freak can you be? Diddy was recording all of this, pictures, video, audio, to use as blackmail, a la Jeffrey Epstein. It's the same thing. The height of this is absolutely unbelievable. But the media has done a good job. Well, Ye helped him. But when you got Yeezy out there saying that he's the new Michael Jackson, people started digging into these Michael Jackson allegations and why the labels and the media apparatus turned against Michael Jackson. And was it a hit? Was it Michael Jackson really a bad person? You actually have Yeezy now saying, I'm the new Michael Jackson. They're taking me out because I didn't have anything to do with these parties. Yeah. They're making things out of it. Look, of course they're going to make things out of it. Lynn said there's this point that they're making things out of it about a picture of Diddy and Trump. Okay, fine. We have zero trust in the apparatus that's throwing that out there. But just again, it's a lot like when I talk about the missing migrant children, the 350, 1,000, 500,000, how many there are. And we know, you know in your soul, I know in mine, your heart, your brain is telling you exactly the truth. What has happened to these kids? We know in our heart and mind that every Epstein clientless dude person that's been to that island is into some nefarious, freaky stuff and disgusting things. We know that. But it's Tom Hanks, Colbert. Are they going to get to Oprah? Are they going to get tore up for it? Nope. Not at all. Now, Sean P. Diddy Combs is the Epstein of the music industry. What has he got? A lot. His bodyguard came out several times already, star witness. Hell, Michael Jackson's former head of security, who was head of security when he was 21, by the way. Damn. It became P. Diddy's head of security. Is already testifying. Like all of these parties where the champagne was laced, the weed was laced, everything. They're going to have to bury him with lawfare. Oh, are you talking about, who are you talking about on that one, bud? Was it break periods law? Oh, Trump. Okay. Yeah. I thought with Greg, I thought you were talking about Diddy when he was talking. I'll show everybody so everybody knows what I'm talking about too. Yeah. Yeah. Lawfare Trump. Yeah. It's truth. You can't get him. He's like Teflon Don. He just is. There are two things that concern me about this Diddy thing is that we're going to again see, yet again, we are going to see that there's a two-tier justice system. We're going to see the end of Sean Combs. And we are being distracted from something, and I don't know what it is. There's no way this would hit right now. There's something we're being distracted. Maybe we're being distracted from why MSNBC had cameras on the golf course on a round of golf that the president wasn't even supposed to be on right before an assassination attempt. Why does that happen? One of Trump's associates that was raided, CNN was there with cameras during the raid. What are we being distracted from? Yeah. Hey, Lynn, I'm with you on that. Lynn says let's deal with it. Let's deal with the kids. I mean, these and by the way, those kids, a lot of those kids, especially in the Diddy spot, from Puff, Diddy Puff didn't. There is like look at Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was a kid when he was absolutely destroyed in Diddy parties. Like the creepiest of the creepy you watch in those videos. There's a lot of them that there's a lot of them that are basically industry names right now that aren't kids anymore. They're adults. You think any of them are going to speak up, get rid of their ride? No way. No way. It's frightening to me to see this Diddy thing. This Diddy thing should be celebrating. Like, yes, we finally get to expose all these people. We finally get to, like you said, Lynn, protect the kids. We get to, finally. No. We're being distracted from something. And it's probably one of the scariest things that I've dealt with. I mean, forget about the election coming up and who wins, who doesn't win, whatever, who cheats, who doesn't cheat. We now have two high-profile cases in Epstein and Diddy that these allegations that aren't even allegations, come on, we know what they are, that exposes the elite, exposes the ruling class for the pedophile pieces of crap that they are. And it's going to get buried. Again. Yeah, look at the Coreys. The Coreys were like, I mean, they, by all rights, they could have still been in like 18 movies a year like they used to be. So they started talking. Yeah. Corey Feldman started talking and yeah. Let me tell you. Okay, Greg. One of the most underrated movies in history. I don't care that Diddy's in it. I don't care. I will watch it. I refer to the furry wall more than you could possibly imagine because one of the walls in my home is a bison hide. We call it the furry wall. Stroke the furry wall. Get Him to the Greek is one of the best movies made. It's just nothing but funny. Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to get crazy. Let's get to I'm going to get back to the election in a moment. I really will get back to it because something happened today that is absolutely laughable. Oh my Lord. It's so bad. But first, as a parent, I want you to come, especially a Gen X parent. I want you to see what I am about to show you. And I want to get your opinion on it. Please jump in on the comments. Be ready for this. Get those ideas. Go like Regis Philbin. Who gets the fastest fingers? I want you to comment on this. There we go. Watch this.
Jenna, stop it, your mother and father. Jenna.
Sorry to look. She's getting attacked. People in the back with masks. She's screaming. People in the back got ski masks on. She's getting kidnapped.
Jenna, stop it, your mother and father.
What?
Jenna, look, turn around.
Oh, look, it's mom and
turn
dad.
Turn around.
Scooby-Doo ending. We would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for you meddling teenagers.
How could you dare go into a stranger's car?
What are you thinking? Just explain.
Give me your phone right now. Give me your phone now.
What would have happened if you came out and it wasn't us sitting back here and there were really crazy people back here?
We never would have saw you again.
Yeah. Okay. So as parents, a lot to unpack here. As a parent, mildly on the fence here. I could never think about doing that to intern Beans. Because she's a damn good kid. But is it? Have we gotten to the point where we've ignored human trafficking and how human traffickers lure pretty little teen girls like that into a car, into a van, into a situation where they're never to be seen again and sold in the sex trade? Have we turned as much of a blind eye? Have those parents seen enough where they're like, you know something? The only thing we can do, because we all grew up watching Scared Straight, is scare her straight. Freak her out a little bit. Have we reached that point? Or is this what it looks like at face value? Damn near child abuse. These parents are morons. They paid that driver as an actor to lure her into his van. And I mean, the fact they made it a van, it's like, okay, your daughter might not be the sharpest saw in the shed. I'm sorry. They made it a total creeper van. And she's like, still, okay. I mean, because my rule is, hey, if I see the tacos first and then I get into the van, I'm not stupid. And Frank, I don't disagree with you, man. It's cruel. It's cruel. And Lynn, that's the other side of it. Anything to keep my child safe. Okay. But we have to back up here. And Greg and I talk about generations all the time. And we talk about these generations, Gen X. And Greg said this should okay, let's say the choice should still be parental freedom, right? It is their choice of mode of discipline, even if stupid. I don't disagree with that. We talk about generations all the time. And here's where we landed here. We landed here because of the plug ears if you guys are going to hear it. I'm telling you, boomers, I want you to hear this. Because of the parents that came out of the 60s, The parents that came out of the 60s wanted their kids to be their friends for the most part. That was basically the first step into everybody's going to be friends and we're going to be pals and we're like a partnership in this house and everything's just cool and free and happy. And then the kids took it to a whole new level. The kids took it to an entirely new level of just now not only the friends are not only your kids are your friends, they damn near run the roost. So does it take something like this to get back? Does it take things like this to pull things back and be like, yo, I'm not your friend. I'm the boss, applesauce. My kids know that I'm friendly. My kids know that I will be a wonderful ear, a shoulder, always. But there is no question in my home that dad's the boss. I ain't your friend. I hang out with you. I hunt with you. I take you on cool adventures. As a dad giving that to his kids, as a dad rewarding his kids for being complete badasses, I reward my children. But they're my friend. I'm not leaning on them and asking them advice and, gee, your mom and I, things didn't work out. No. I'm the boss, applesauce. I didn't do everything right. I'm not an amazing parent that had everything figured out. I just don't have to get into this situation. So this is what I was sent. When I was talking to Queen Bee about this, Queen Bee said, absolutely not. That's not necessary. You should never have to do that. You should never, ever have to. This is terrible. Shouldn't have to do that. Then another friend of mine sent me this clip and said, yeah, our children are this dumb. Watch this.
Look. I'm scared.
You're scared. It's you.
Yeah, because kids are tasing themselves. So I want you to watch this again. I want you to actually see the look on her face when she does it. This is fabulous. This is why people say we should do things like the kidnapping thing.
Give it to Parker, let him do it. Look. I'm scared. You're scared.
It's you.
So you tase yourself and you expect it all to go to plan. But here's the gig. That's not new. That's why we all have to have conversations on parenting and which way the country should go, children should go, all this stuff. We need to have this needs to be a greater conversation. Not you should or you shouldn't, or that's cruel or that's not cruel. That girl just tased herself. Just tased herself. Tell me if we had tasers as kids, we would have done it and you know it. 100% we would have done it. How many times you take a 9-volt battery and go, right to the tongue? Exactly. We've been doing stupid ththings like this for generations. We just didn't have cameras around all the time. Nobody was filming it. This is it. I absolutely think that the parents in the kidnapping video had good intentions. The parents in the kidnapping video had gone too far with allowing their kid to be someone that needed to be scared straight by hiring an actor and kidnapping them and being in the back with ski masks. It was of their own doing. But the generations have not changed that much. We watch stupid videos of kids doing stupid things all the damn time and act like we didn't do the same crap. Act like we didn't have to go get a tetanus shot because we built a janky ramp with rusty nails and rotted out wood. Oh, we did. Disposable camera flashes and zap. Oh, wow. See, look at this, Brendan. That's the way to go. That's what I'm saying. Don't have disposable camera flashes and zap each other. Yeah. And you take those little firecrackers, little snappers that you throw at the ground. We chuck those things at each other all the time. It's nothing different. There's nothing different about today versus there. But let's get back to this because we think generation lost, right? These generations are voting. I want to introduce you to Billie Eilish, a wonderful young girl, talented. and her brother, I forget his name, some like Rainbow Trout or something like that. I forget his name. Phineas is his name. Phineas, actually a solid name. Phineas and Ferb is the greatest kids cartoon ever made. You can't talk me off that ledge. Phineas and Ferb, hands down, the greatest cartoon ever made for kids. I watched it as much as my kids did. It's fantastic. Anyway, here's Billie Eilish and her brother.
National Voter Registration Day, and we are asking you to please join us in going to.
Oh, sorry, I gotta look over. Wait, do I have to look over them like Kamala? How about that? Yeah, I'll try. Yeah. Anyway, hit it, Phineas. Oh, shoot, go.
.com to check your status and vote early like we do.
We are voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because they are fighting to protect our reproductive freedom.
I can't. How bad are you at reading the script that the Democrats sent you? I back this up. She is not reading that we are doing this. Listen to this.
They are fighting to protect our reproductive freedom, our planet, and our democracy.
Our reproductive freedom, our planet, and our democracy. That's right, Truman. Another brain trust pops up here.
We can't let extremists control our lives, our freedoms, and our future. The only way to stop them and the dangerous Project 2025 agenda.
Oh, here comes Project 2025. Been debunked 90 times, but here come these idiots that literally think these guys are absolute slappies.
Is to vote and elect Kamala Harris.
Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
Go to iwillvote.com and make a plan to vote early.
Love you guys.
And read the script that the DNC sent you. They're saving democracy by having you vote for a woman who has not received one vote that they planted there. Saving democracy. Saving the planet by another couple $1 trillion into things that, didn't do anything for the planet and your reproductive rights, which they had in basically that is abortion. It's just cute to say reproductive rights. To save your ability to use birth control, use abortion as birth control, that's what she wants to do. Billie Eilish. I told you that your decompression session would come courtesy of the great, one of the GOATs. And one of the reasons, this is George Carlin, one of the reasons why you and I and Gen X is never afraid of being insulted, or we don't get insulted. We aren't, oh my gosh, they said this. I can't believe they said this. The reason why is because we grew up with Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and George Carlin, who literally offended everyone. Everyone. Here's George Carlin explaining why we should not listen to idiots like Billie Eilish.
They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that.
Right.
That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Best line ever by George Carlin. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. That's it. I got to tell you this. I got to tell you this, and thank you, Rhonda, for saying that. Andrew Dice Clay, I didn't give Dice his due. Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay, what a fan. Yeah, we were offended. He literally attacked everybody. South Park might be what saves humanity, because no one is safe. Do you remember that? Do you guys remember that when Isaac Hayes left the show? I don't know if you remember this. Isaac Hayes was the voice of Chef on South Park. And South Park quite literally makes fun of everyone. Everyone. And they decided to do an episode called Tom Cruise is in the Closet. And they made fun of Scientology. Isaac Hayes is a Scientologist. In the episode, like, Tom Cruise literally was in a closet. Tom Cruise in a closet. They made fun of Scientology. Isaac Hayes was a Scientologist. Said, Dave, you've crossed the line. I left. And he left, and they killed Chef off the next episode by just piecing words that he said in the previous seasons. Is fantastic. Red Fox, too. Yeah. Sam Kinison, just thanks, Kim. Yeah, Sam Kinison, which I thought was fantastic. I actually I was in Laughlin, and I wanted to take my lady on a date, and we wanted to go to see Sam Kinison. And I was at the ticket box office back in the day. You know, you didn't have a phone where you just go. You had to go to the box office at I believe it was the Riverside or the Edgewater, one of the two. Thing is, where's the Laughlin Hotel? One of the three. And I go in there and I said, I want two tickets to see the show. And they said, man, he died an hour ago. I was buying tickets to the show Sam Kinison was driving to when he was killed. Yeah. Absolutely wild. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, Greg, take them to where the food is one of the funniest damn things I've ever seen. See this? It's the sand. You know, in 100 years, it's going to be sand. Take them to where the food's. Living Color is a good one, too. Living Color was solid, but Living Color. There's actually one of the Wayans brothers. I forget which Wayans it is. One of the Wayans brothers is out with either a podcast or some video I saw of him basically saying why Living Color went bye-bye, and it's absolutely fantastic. It really is. Well, you can put Motley Crue up here. What do you mean Motley Crue? What are you doing, Ron? What do you got going on here? What is it? Some Motley Crue in the stadium. That's funny. That's where Motley Crue came in there. It's funny. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys are fantastic. I just absolutely love doing this. It's a total joy every single day. Tomorrow you can check us out. Greg, can you pop those up real quick? Those two channels that we can check it out on. I'll be rolling at 11 o'clock and then again here at noon. So don't worry about it. We will be doing the show live as we normally do. And we'll do that. So we're going to be doing the Go Show at 10 o'clock. Hang out there. And we'll just do it's kind of a little switchy day. And if you're upset about the schedule change, I point to that guy Gregory right there. It's his fault. Don't worry about it. We'll get all ironed out. It'll all be good. All right. Hey guys, thanks. In other news, we'll see you tomorrow at noon or 11, wherever you're going to be. All right.